Here we go.
One step at a time, don't be living on the line. I don't need a friend, I got more than on the mind. Sunshine in my brain, making everyone complain. Radio in the heart, don't be being so strange. Think I'm losing it, baby, where have you been? Everybody says that you're moving again.
Hello and welcome back. It is May 20th, 2017, and I just want to let everybody know that I've been looking over the cryptocurrency pairs today, and wow, everything is just skyrocketing. There are so many people making a ton of profit. This is just really, really cool. Now, I want to just kind of go over Digibyte really quick here, and because I know a lot of people are still excited about Digibyte. It's just, I'm getting your guys' comments, and you guys are just going crazy. Somebody bought 20 million Digibytes. I don't know who that was, but that is awesome. Now, if you bought those 20 million Digibytes based on my recommendation back in the day, that's great news. Let me know. But you did watch my video and you did mention that, so that is great. I know a lot of people are just very happy. So if I look down here, we bought in and around this area here when I did the video, right? Anybody that bought in beforehand, wonderful. But right when it started to take off, actually, I think it was even down here. And Digibyte's just gone really, really high, and it's actually hit 1 cent. So if this thing goes to a dollar, then that person's going to be at $20 million. So congratulations to you, whoever took that investment and went big on it. Now, I'd like to see these kind of cryptocurrencies that are really low right here and give us a lot of great potential upward moves. Now, we're looking at Bitcoin. Well, I was looking at Bitcoin. Let's kind of go check out Bitcoin. And I was looking at the fact that it's just really taken off there. We'll just look at the 7-day chart here. And you can see it's just on a nice upward move there. And a lot of these cryptos as well. Now, I did give my projection as to how high Bitcoin would be going, and it's going to be reaching there pretty soon by the looks of it. So that's great. Anybody that's been holding Bitcoin still, based upon that video that I made there, the paid video, is hopefully going to profit, right? It seems all the cryptocurrencies are going up, but pretty cool. Even Bitcoin's rising up even higher now since then. So we're looking at all these cryptocurrencies and can't complain, right? We can't complain. They're doing really, really good here. So the next question is, okay, Aaron, we missed the boat on Dash when Dash went soaring really high back in the day there, and you first started making your videos, and you had mentioned Digibyte, and you'd mentioned Litecoin. Well, now Litecoin's no longer $3 or $4. It's at 26, 27, kind of moving in around $26 to $30, and then kind of moving around, just kind of like a nice little wave there in between that range. So Litecoin's up there now in price, right? You can't buy it cheap no more, but we can look at Ethereum. You can't buy Ethereum cheap. You can't buy Bitcoin cheap. So you might ask the question now, is it too late? Have I missed the boat? Everybody's striking it rich. Well, what about me? Did I get in too late? Is it not possible? Well, I must say there is a lot of opportunity still in the cryptocurrency market to make a lot of profit. And that's what I intend to do, is teach the technical analysis, get us in on good, smart areas due to the teaching that I do here, and profit. And I do recommend some cryptocurrencies that are really low, such as in my paid video beforehand. Both paid videos, actually, I mentioned 2 cryptocurrencies that were really low. And those of you that had invested on them, well, they've already gone up and made some profit. Some of them. And some of them are still yet to go up. But everything in its own time, right? So that's just good news that people are profiting on these cryptocurrencies and getting in on lows and key areas that I mentioned with the technical analysis, and I intend to do that into the future. I've said that before, and so we'll buy on those lows. We'll look. If you guys stay with me here and continue trading and learning, we're going to make some profit even into the future. We don't need Bitcoin. We don't need Litecoin. Let's say we never invested in on those and we're brand new to the cryptocurrency world. I'm going to let you know that it's the right time. Okay? So be of good cheer. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to profit some more. It's just the beginning. All right. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and look at some of the comments. Now, I'm going to read a few of them here. We have MSN Barca replied, "Hi Aaron AG, thanks a lot for what you do. Please do a monthly subscription as soon as you can. That could benefit you and us very much. Thanks again for your amazing work, brother. Happy trading." I like that you said us in there because we are a team, and I do see it that way. So you are very welcome, and I appreciate your comment there. And I like the fact that you mentioned the monthly subscription. It looks to me like you're waiting for that as well as many others too. I just got contacted by a great gentleman today who's a web designer, and he does a very good job. He showed me a lot of his work, and it's very, very nice. Okay, he's a professional from what I've seen, and I'm just very happy. It looks like we're going to be getting our new website coming, hopefully soon here, and we'll have a paid membership access where we can pay through PayPal and credit card and altcoins. Okay, so that'll be good. That'll give us everything in one website and one package, and you guys will get your monthly subscription there going, where you can start getting more updates and learning quicker and better. Alrighty. We have Jay Alfanta. Digibyte is up another 200% Digibyte up 200% the other day. It will hit at least $1 before end of this year. I agree. It is like a hybrid of most coins. Very good architecture behind it. Okay, yes, Digibyte is soaring. We did look at the chart again on Digibyte. It is really up there. This computer. Okay, so it's really up there. That's good. And if it does hit $1, like I said, there's going to be a lot of millionaires here, right? And I'm happy to make you guys millionaires. That's wonderful. And let's see here. We go down to Rob F. commented, "Awesome." Okay, speaking on the Litecoin video. And that was a long time ago, that Litecoin video. And look at where we got out at, right? That didn't even happen, what I was drawing on the chart with that triangle pattern. And now look at where Litecoin's at today. I mean, that's so cool. So, yeah. And then Adam Nazir Vlogs commented, "I have to thank you, man. From your advice, we made 6K profit on Digibyte. I'm holding. It's a brilliant and undervalued piece of tech." Well, that's great. See, people making profit. That's $6,000 Adam made there. So congratulations, Adam. Wonderful news. I like to hear that you guys are profiting and that you guys are sharing. So thank you. And thank you guys for all the donations too. I'm getting a lot of donations on the Bitcoin and all my addresses. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. And thank you so much for that. And for the GoFundMe as well. Thank you. And let's see here. Are we doing a lot on Steemit? I hope so. We're going to check on Steemit. I'll post this on Steemit too. But thank you guys for following me on Steemit as well there. Twitter and YouTube. All right. Huge introductory thing going on there, right? But there's just a lot to cover. I haven't done a video in a while there. And I want to let you guys know about the website and the good news with that. And also the coins, right? We got to talk about these coins because it's very exciting. There's so much happening, huh? I mean, I'm just pumped about that. Hope you guys are pumped up too. It's excited. Let's profit more. All right, let's look at the chart. What I have for us today. Okay, now it's labeled pure coin, but it's not pure coin. It's just what I had there. But it's Namecoin. Okay, now some of you are invested in Namecoin. Some of you aren't. It's at $2.12. Okay, when I had talked about, when I had talked about Litecoin, it was at $4, right? Back in the day before that breakout, and it decided to soar. Now Namecoin's at $2. So it's interesting. A lot happening here. If you look at the total supply of Namecoin, there's 14.7 million out of 21 million. So it's already kind of closing the gap there as far as the total supply, right? And I believe when it comes to Namecoin too, I'm not certain, but I think Genesis Mining allows you to mine Namecoin. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but I think they do. Alright, so, okay, let's do the technical analysis on Namecoin. For those of you that are holding a lot of Namecoin, let's see if it's going to go up, and let's see some key areas that it's hit and why we should be buying it right now, if we should buy it, if it's going to be a good idea due to the technical analysis, right? So here we go. Let's get our line here. We'll make it orange. And we have what? What do we have here? We have this little tail end high back here. Way back here in the beginning. It came down, dipped down, went sideways, came all the way up. Look at that huge spike. Looks like a lot of cryptocurrencies are doing that right now. They're just going sideways and out of nowhere. Boom! Right on up. This hit all the way to $12.50. So what I'm saying to you guys is, with everything rising and kind of spiking, let's see if this technical analysis is going to send it on up, back up to $12.50. That would be really cool, right? So it's at $2.12. But we don't want to throw all our eggs in one basket. If we decide to invest in this, we trade at our own risk, but we buy in on a low or a good area, and we hope it reaches these areas, okay? But we want to keep a little bit of profit for other cryptos too, because remember, there's a lot of cryptocurrencies out there. So, but trade at your own will and your own risk. Now, we have it fall down here. We create this big middle of the M pattern, right? And it goes up there, but this M didn't really fulfill itself on upward, right? Didn't have enough power. And then it kind of just fell down, but we had a lot of consolidation right here, this congestion all the way in the middle before going down, hitting the $5 level right above the middle of the M there. See that, right? That little congested area. And then it kind of went back up and went down, falling down to here to find support on this previous congested area, right? Just above it, but more importantly, the high there. Now, the reason why I did that from this low here, over here, because I wanted to touch base on this high back here that I showed you before I started this M pattern. Now, if we look here and we take that high back there and we project it into the future here, it hits this other high right here. See that? When this came all the way down here, it went right back up, smacking its head there and then plummeting. Kaboom, right? Now, it went sideways for a long time there, just really not doing anything. And in fact, it even dropped a little more, right? Probably creating a lot of panic in people that bought Namecoin back in the day. Almost to the $0 mark. But let's connect these highs, right? We see that there. Now, what's something significant that you see here once we connected these highs, right? When we connected this high back here, let's draw a little circle around it. We got that high right there, this high right here. Now, if we look in between these, well, what do we have? We have a beautiful touch right here. Let's make that circle a little bit more centered. There we go. So we can see it fell down, and this low right here that was created was at a significant area of a falling M, right? This Frankenstein looking M. Now, back to this high here, to this high, we look back and wham, right there in the middle. Okay, we have that. Then we have this nice bit of knocking its head for some time right here after it breaks below this level, right? It comes and finds resistance right here, but a lot, right? Now you say, why is it finding resistance here? Because if this is live, our line isn't drawn yet, right? We don't see this line here. So why is it doing that? Why is it hovering sideways right there on nothing? Well, it's not hovering sideways on nothing. If you look back here, it's respecting this low right here that this M pattern made. See how it came all the way down here and hit down there? It's in the future right here, but if it's looking behind, right, if it turns around and looks in the past, it says, ah, I see this low here. So I'm going to stay below that, because if I break that, I can go up to this $2.50 line. But it didn't. It respected it really well. And if you look back even more, it had this high here. So it was this high it was looking at, and it was this low that it was looking at back here. Okay? And that's why I decided to go below there. So if we connected, well, if we would have connected these, we would have saw that. But we don't connect highs to lows, right? We connect highs to highs. But that's what I wanted to show you. If we were right here in price and we just turned around and looked backwards at price, we would have saw these key areas, right? So let's go ahead and go into the future, and it goes down and then comes right on up, right? Creating a nice little high there. Well, now this is wonderful news, because we have this high here, and we look back, and now we had this previous congested area, right? Right in and around this low and this high. So there's multiple points of contact now from really nice key areas, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we project that into the future, and look at this. If you saw Namecoin deciding to go up here, and it goes up, makes a little high, comes down, this is a perfect place to buy when it's low, below these 4 touch key point areas, right? Especially if Namecoin has a history previously of rising to $12.50. Cryptocurrencies like to rise, or even markets like to rise to their previous areas. Okay, that's kind of like a goal. It's almost like if they had life, they'd be thinking, this is a goal. This is something that I can attain. I could reach this into the future. I'm going to try to do that again. I was once there, and it's got a good memory, and it wants to be back where it used to be. So it's looking at that, and I find that a lot of cryptocurrencies tend to do that. They tend to reach those previous high areas that they've reached in the past. So what it does is it kind of goes up and it breaks this horizontal resistance line. Now look at the strength of this line. It's got a lot of circles, right? A lot of congested, touching, strong areas projected into the future. Now, when it broke that level, you can see, whoa, it soared, but it only soared to $2.50. Now that's good, right? Because it hits a horizontal level. Now, once it hit this horizontal level, let's go ahead and zoom in. Okay, when it hit that level there, it fell right down. Well, ladies and gentlemen, how far did it fall down to? It fell right down to that resistance, now support line projected from the past into the future. Do you see how amazing that is? It went right up, respected this horizontal level, and then fell right below. But you notice one thing. You see how before it broke above this horizontal line there, it was kind of like a train. It was just kind of chugging itself left there, trying to gain some momentum, and then kind of going on up and testing it, unsure, went sideways a little bit more, and then once it broke this area, it peeked its head out there, and you can see a nice, smooth upward, not sideways, not diagonal, just straight on upward, right? Then it touches, and as soon as it touched, it peeked its head a bit above, respected it, and fell right down. But how low did it go? It fell right here. Met some support right on that level. Anybody that bought on that level, very, very wise, okay? You bought it on a good technical analysis area. That's how you want to trade, okay? To maximize your profit and limit your loss. And then it went right on up. See that? Well, it's kind of creating a movement up, but it's knocked its head one more time on this horizontal level there. So what it's doing is it's looking at this bottom level right here. And it's looking at all these scary touches right here in the past, right? And now it's looking over here to the left and it's saying, I could reach upward to this line a little easier, or a little bit more above this line, a little easier than I can breaking this line down, right? So hopefully it starts to rise and breaks above this to reach hopefully the next projected horizontal level there, okay? But I wanted to go over that because it's very important to understand why you're drawing trend lines or why you're drawing support and resistance levels. You don't want to just draw these lines and not have any understanding or basis behind them. You want to find why you have strength behind something, because the market is very smart. It's going to want to look, and it's going to want to look at those smart, intelligent factors to make its movements. So I want to just basically explain that to you so you understand how to trade smart, okay? I don't want to just draw patterns or these circles or my triangles or these horizontal support and resistance lines and just say, okay, this is what I see. I want you to know why you're trading, so that way it gives you confidence. And because after all, you're putting your money and investing into the markets, right? You want to make sound, calculative, smart decisions and choices. That's what I always say, and that's what I aim to help you guys with, is to make those kind of decisions based upon the technical analysis I teach here, okay? And with that, I hope you feel comfortable and you trade at your own risk a lot smarter and a lot better, because you want to feel good about your trades and why you're buying, okay? So with that being said, hopefully this goes on up and reaches this $12.50 mark there. And well, if it decides to go up that far, that's wonderful. It may even go higher, right? We've seen that. These markets are just really taking off, but let's play it a little bit smart. Let's just wait for it to go up to this next horizontal level. I mean, that's $5, right? So let's look behind here and see what we got. We got this middle of the M down, so let's draw a line on the middle of the M projected into the future, and let's look for a break of this level if Namecoin decides to rise there. Okay, and we can see that here's the middle here. We don't want to take it from this low down here because it's already below the $2.50 line, and that's kind of like a spike down here on the middle of the M. I want to find it where it has more congestion here on the M. That tells me that it held there. Okay, it was thinking a lot more around that area. Then as I move forward here, we have this area, this dip down here, and then it kind of reached up and knocked its head here before falling. Okay, so I'm not connecting a low to a high there. I'm just connecting the middle of the M right there, because that's a significant point to project into the future. But it just so happens to touch this high here. So that's 2 points right there that gives us if we were to draw our circles projected into the future. This is a very strong support line down here from the past, right, that we see into the future. So hopefully it decides to go on up there, and it's already respected this level very nicely right here. Okay, we saw that it knocked its feet right here and then went right up. So hopefully it breaks this area and goes up to our mid area there on up to $5. Okay, and that'll be the beginning of its move up. Now let's go ahead and look at the 90-day time frame of Namecoin, and it's currently at $2.12 for those of you that saw that. Okay, that's what Namecoin's at. Now let's go ahead and look at what happened here. We see that it's going diagonally up there. Okay, diagonally up is very good. That means that we could look for it to break these horizontal levels on the 90-day chart. A little easier, right? Because it's already showing us that it's moving diagonally up there. So we have an easier way to project this. We're going to be drawing trend lines diagonally up. Okay, so what we're going to do here is look at this little, looks like a little baby head and shoulders pattern right here, right? Kind of up there, down, up right here, down, up, and then down. And if you were to draw a line there, you see that? It did fulfill itself. Okay, this little left leg here went up, down, up, down, up, down, and we can connect that perfectly with a little trend line, right? So that's a little fulfillment of a little baby head and shoulders pattern. So that's cool. Let's go ahead and take the very high of that right there. So that way you know that I'm not just taking any random high, right? I'm taking that high based upon a little pattern that it gave me right there. Pretty cool, right? Now, if I project that to another high, right? Now, why am I connecting it to this little high right here? Well, simply because this is where Namecoin was going sideways for a very long time, in and around 50 cents to $1. It was just kind of going sideways, see, for many days here, okay? Almost about a month, right? And if not more, 13th, yeah. So it went sideways in and around the area, but finally broke that horizontal $1 level, you see? So that's great, and it created a little high before going sideways, right? So I'm going to connect that point. Okay, it's an achievement for Namecoin. It finally broke up and gave us a high where it hasn't given us one in the longest time, right, since this little head and shoulders pattern. So now I'm going to project that into the future and look at what we got. Okay, see, you draw a trend line, not just connecting highs, but you're drawing them from areas in which I'm explaining as to that make sense, okay, and are why they're strong. Okay, because a lot of smart traders that don't understand technical analysis, a lot of the professionals out there are going to be looking at these key things, okay? And if they understand these key things, they can project smart trend lines out into the future, which these markets are going to come down, such as Namecoin, and touch, and they're going to place their buys there, okay? So that's where you see this high right here projected to this high over here. Now, we project that line into the future, and what do we have? Let's draw it in purple. Beautiful, right? A lot of smart traders placed their buy in and around this area, and it went right on up there. You can see here it's going up and it's going down there, but why did it go on up this high? It went this high because it's testing the middle area of this top left M here. You can see that we have a move down and then up and then down, right? Well, we have this kind of zigzagging pattern there, but what it did is it kind of reached the high of that right there. Okay, it came up this high and it met some resistance right on this area. Okay, now once it did that, it started to fall downward. Okay, but it didn't plummet down fast, you see. Now the reason why I'm showing you this high right here is because when you look at the past, when it hit this area, it plummeted down and it went kind of down fast. See that? Down to this orange line. But now you can see that it went up here, hit this area, and then it looked like it was plummeting down, but then it kind of rounded itself and it's going sideways now. You see that there? So hopefully it rounds itself there, finding some support, not wanting to go too far below this low right here, but curling its way on up and hopefully breaking that $2.50 level there to retest this previous high here and then going on up. Now, if you wanted to, you could draw the little triangular pattern right here. Okay, let's make that an orange. And then let's kind of draw our little circles here because the dot signal closes, so we do know that those areas are fulfilled as far as being highs now. So when we project that into the future, yes, we can see this little triangular pattern forming. And let's see. There we are. And now it's starting to go down here. Well, it hopefully will curl on up, breaking this area here because a lot of cryptos are soaring, right? And go on up. Well, if it doesn't though, maybe it'll come back down and give us another buy here. You see how it's done that in the past? Hopefully it'll reflect that again for us and give us another buy before breaking this triangle upward, okay? So what I'm saying is that Namecoin looks really cool. Okay, that's the 90-day time frame on it. I do like the fact that it came down, went up there, made that little baby high, and then fell. And then it went up, respected that previous little baby high, but it didn't fall as strongly as it did on the one it tested. Okay, as it's trying to test that area. It's not mimicking that, right? Because the present day likes to reflect the past. Okay, but when it met the past, it said, went down a little bit, but then it kind of rounded, right? No sharp move down. So that is really promising there, and I'm hoping it goes up to break this triangular pattern and make some profit, okay? So very cool. We did see some technical analysis and learn as to why I'm buying in and around these cool little areas here where I drew these circles there and where we project for it to go on up into the future to reach as far as a high there. Okay, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just play small and let's kind of watch it as it goes. Okay, so let's look for the $5 range right there on this cryptocurrency, okay, into the future there. But it does look pretty cool, and it's nice to see that it's following and respecting our smart trend lines there into the future. Okay, so that's it. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you very much. If you guys haven't shared these videos with your friends and family members, I really appreciate that you would. They can learn a lot here. I know you guys are learning a lot, and I'm glad that you're all learning. I'm happy to teach you all, and it's just wonderful to have every one of you. Do stay tuned for that paid membership that's going to be coming out. It's going to be great, and you guys are going to learn a lot, and I'm going to continue doing what I'm simply doing right here, but just more of it, okay, in those paid videos. So do send me your interest in the cryptocurrency coins. I know a lot of you had mentioned Namecoin before, and I finally got to it for you guys, okay? So I hope you feel confident and you are happy with your investment and you're no longer flying in the dark. You know what to expect, hopefully, from Namecoin and some good areas and let's move this, to buy in, right? Some nice areas to buy in. So thank you, everybody. Have a good one. Thank you so much, guys, for all the likes on the video. Wonderful. I mean, we're almost up to 200 likes now. This is great. Let's just keep it coming. You guys are so amazing. Can't thank you enough. And the subscribers you guys are pouring in. I am very happy. You guys are very happy. Thank you so much. We have an awesome team, right? So let's grow. Let's continue to profit. Thank you, guys. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.